Everyone, just wanted to make a video explaining my gear choices and setup for my next skills, and hopefully I can show you, go in depth at my next skills too. So first of all, I have Ancient Ceremonial as my first preset because you need that to get into the door. Then as my second preset, I have my next armor. That's the wrong inventory. There we go. I have Elite Serenic because I made that at ED1. I grinded all the scales for it, and so I made this like a year ago, but it's been sitting in my bank for so long because I didn't want to use it because the repair costs were just not worth it. But thankfully they released the patches a few weeks ago so you can repair it, so I'm finally getting a chance to use it. It's not that much better than Serenic, so don't bust any banks for it. But as armor goes, as long as you have power armor, you're good. So you can use this, I'd say use Armadillo and above. So Armadillo, Pernix, or Animacore Zamorak armor is good here. Superior Morgan's leather is also good. I used to use that. Then I have Ascension grips because I don't use Nightmare gauntlets because I very rarely use snipe. You'll see in my next kills, I only use it once during the whole fight. Usually, I don't think it's very much worth it. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. So I use Ascension grips. I used to use Death Touch bracelet, which is a hybrid glove and gives the same stats, the same bonus, but because of its effect on Zero's phase, it is not worth using. The effect of Death Touch bracelet, it has a chance to reflect back damage onto your attacker, which is good in most cases, but for Nex, it's not good because on the last phase, she will very rarely attack you with melee. And so, Death Touch bracelet will reflect that damage back onto her, but it will be technically counted as melee damage. And guess what she prays on Zero's phase? She prays deflect melee. So she'll deflect your deflection back onto you or some ridiculous damage sometimes. So I've learned my lesson, never using Death Touch bracelet again. Then I have Flare Frost boots. As I said before, Armadillo is good, Pernix. Yeah, it doesn't have to be this specific gear. I'm just using this because, because I can. Then I have Scrimshaw Cruelty, which is better than Accuracy Scrimshaw, and in my opinion, it's better than Armadillo Godbook. I don't like relying on RNG, so I'd rather consistent damage over occasional good damage. You feel me? Then next I have Noxious Longbow. I'll always prefer longbows over two-hand weapons here. No, not two-hand, dual-wield weapons here, because of the range bonus it provides and the ability to use Blackstone arrows. In my quiver, I have Araxide arrows. Ring, I take a Solemn Surgeon's ring, because saving adrenaline when you use a threshold is always good. Then I have Amulet of Souls. Usually use Reaper Necklace for the extra accuracy, but since I use Blackstone arrows, I don't need the extra accuracy Reaper provides. So Amulet of Souls is the best option. It gives more range bonus than Reaper Necklace and also helps defensively compared to Reaper Necklace. Then I have the Kiln Cape because sadly it's better than my trimmed completionist cape. This cape I grinded thousands of arrows for. It's worse than this arrow. It's worse than this cape you can get very easily. So yeah. And for auras, I always use Reckless. It's the best aura next. It's just amazing. It gives you accuracy and damage at the cost of your defense. But the negative effects to your defense doesn't matter that much. I used to use Supreme Sharpshooter, but it's just not as good. Once I discovered Reckless and tried it, I never went back to Sharpshooter. Sorry, Sharpshooter. Okay, and then for inventory, I have Enhanced Excalibur for the extra healing. I'll usually use this after or during blood phase, so I can heal up for ice phase. Then I have an augmented dark bow, which is my shield. I'll use it for resonance in ice phase. Then I have blackstone arrows, which is the best ammunition at Nex in my honest opinion, because it reduces her defenses up to 15%, so you can easily reach that 100% hit chance, which is so much better in my opinion than occasionally hitting 10k. So I use blackstone arrows for the first two phases to be fully stacked, and then switch to Araxide arrows for the rest of the fight. Now I have Elder Overload salves, because you need the damage and accuracy Elder Load provides. And I have a Restore Flask for restoring my prayer. I have one Sailfish for emergency food. Nex can hit a lot, she can combo you, you just have to be very careful. So I have a Sailfish for emergencies. Then I have an Adrenaline Potion for Zaros phase. For Zaros phase, I like to use Deadshot right away. Paired it with Vigor, I get 10% adrenaline. I drink Adrenaline Pot, that gives me 25, so I have 35 adrenaline. Then I hit Limitless and use Snapshot and Rapid Fire. So I'll get a lot of damage up front, and those abilities will go on cooldown faster, so you can use them again sooner. Then I have Blue Blubber Jellyfish. These are my main food at Nex. They heal 750, which isn't a lot, but you just have to be extra careful. But the important thing about them is they do not drain adrenaline compared to my Sailfish. And they don't reduce your stats compared to Staradome and Brew. So it's a good middle ground, and I think it's perfect. Then I have Magic Notepaper. Magic Notepaper is for the brew drops you're inevitably gonna get. I used to just leave the brew drops on the ground because I was too lazy to pick them up. I didn't have space, and then I wasn't using area loot before. But with area loot, you can pick up multiple things with one click. So it's really easy now, and that's another reason I only take 13 blubbers and I have space. So it's easier to pick up brews because you're gonna get a lot. I mean, a lot of brews, and that's good money. And this is my magic rune pouch. I use this for magic in general. It allows me to use air blast or air surge, and it also gives me access to vulnerability with the chaos and soul runes I have in it. So I'll take that to use vulnerability in blood phase. Then vigor, as I said before, it's to use with Deadshot in the last phase. And then I have my frozen key, which you need to get into the prison to get to where Nex is. So you need the frozen key and the ancient ceremonial. Alright, and that's it for my inventory explanation. I'm gonna try to show you guys, break down a kill I did earlier. So let's see how it goes. Get an adrenaline, then I go into the portal. This isn't a guide to explain her mechanics, this is just a guide to explain my ability rotation and how I deal with her mechanics. So, alright, make sure your adrenaline stays up. You don't want it to drop too low because adrenaline's important, especially in the first phase. The first phase, in my opinion, makes or breaks a kill. If you miss or she pulls you, then that means you're gonna get a longer kill, and it's just annoying. Yeah, pot up, turn on reckless. First thing I want to do is anticipate. This will prevent her from pulling you. Then I want to use fragmentation shot and then move her so she takes extra damage. Then shadow tendril into snapshot into rapid fire. That should almost phase her every time. If not, then just use a basic or bombardment to kill her. Then switch to Araxide arrows and deal with the minion. For minions, I like to use bleed abilities. Fragmentation shot, combustion. That'll get them down real fast because of the damage cap. For shadow, you want to kite her. You don't want her to be too close. So I start with snapshot while running, bombardment, and then fragmentation shot and move her so she takes double damage. After her first shadow, that is when you use rapid fire, because her second shadow will take longer for her to cast. So you have time to use rapid fire. Finish her off, switch to rack side arrows, and kill the minion with bleeds. Now next should be fully stacked on black arrows, so you don't have to switch to black arrows anymore. After the minion, you hit her to phase her. Then I use Ingenuity of the Humans with Vulnerability. Then I time a snipe, so it goes off right as she stops siphoning. Shadow Tendril into Snapshot and Rapid Fire. That should get her almost every time. If not, use a basic or bombardment and then mobile right after to escape the sacrifice. This time I was a little short, so I just had to finish her off. Then bleed the minion, kill him, and for Ice Phase I like to wait until she siphons, because then she'll start with Prison. So anticipate, and then pre-phase her by using a basic and an ability at the same time. Then while the prison is coming to you, I use Snapshot and Bombardment. I switch to my shield, use Reprisal and Resonance to heal the basic attack in case it hits. Then Rapid Fire, and the after effects of Reprisal should phase her. Then you kill the minion. I like to run around to the corner when she uses her Contain Disc, because sometimes she can lose you, but this time I was just a bit early, so just surge away to stay safe. For this part, I switched to Vigor, use Deadshot, Limitless, Adrenaline Potion, Snapshot, and Rapid Fire. It can be a big combo, but the damage is very much worth it. Then use Basics. Bleeds are really good in this phase because of her damage cap. So bleeds, basics, rapid fire especially are really good here. Yeah, you just kill her, snapshot and rapid fire when it comes up, and you should be good to go. Unfortunately for this kill, I got Torso Seeds, and my Seed Aside ate it, so that's why you didn't see a drop. Yeah, just rinse and repeat, and that's how I do my next skills. Okay, next I'm going to show you my current record times with certain weapons. The first one is with Eldritch Bro. It's 242. This was a while ago, so I could probably get better. But at the same time, I got this kill with Saren Godbow, 234. Pretty good. As I said, I can make a better time if I had it now. And then this is with Noxbow, 235. So your times will get better and better as you keep doing it. Now, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment if you have anything. Goodbye, everyone. Next, I have about 13 blue blubber jellyfishes. These are my food at next. They only heal 750, but they do not drain adrenaline, which is nice. So, what ends up... Oh, what the... Why did I log out? Oh, my internet went... Okay. This is my third time trying to record this. I'm just...